I 100% completed Buckshot Roulette. I got every single achievement, all 16 of them, even 3 that are really tough to get. I persevered and I got them. And in this video, I just want to talk about my journey about 100%ing this game, give my overall thoughts about the game, and suggest whether if you should go for this 100%, or if it's something where you just play through the campaign once, and then play every here and now and then with friends on multiplayer. This is a video series I want to do as someone who has been a completionist for games that he really likes. I wanted to make videos on, so expect more videos to come in this format where I go over how I view about the said game and then my completionist journey and whether you should also go for the completionist journey, at least if I recommend. I'm going to be just having a format where I talk about games that I really like and games that I have completed, and I wanted to make a format for some time now. So I wanted to start off with something that I completed recently, which is Buckshot Roulette. I completed it on Steam. So for people that may not be familiar with Buckshot Roulette, it's a game that borrows heavily from Russian roulette, a game where you have a revolver, you load 1 round in the chamber, you spin the chamber, and then you take turns shooting yourself, and whoever dies, dies. Buckshot Roulette plays a twist on that where instead of a revolver, you use a shotgun, and it's not just 1 round that's live. You interact with this entity called the dealer in a nightclub. You sign a waiver where you put your name down, and then you're given details about what bullets are going to be in a round. And in single player mode, there are 3 rounds that you can have. 1 round might say, hey, instead of doing it where it's 1 live and the rest are blank like Russian roulette, this round we're going to have 2 live, 3 blank. This round we're going to have 4 live, 2 blank. This round we're going to have 4 live, 4 blank. The dealer takes those that you see and inserts them in the shotgun in a random order, and it's basically roulette where you can shoot yourself. If it's a blank, you get to go again, but if it's alive and you shoot yourself, then you lose a charge. These represent your hit points, and if all your hit points go away, you're done. You lose. Game over. Even though you can see what the bullets are, in most cases it's not going to help you much because the dealer will load the bullets in random. You have to basically take chance, and the game does have a lot of luck to it that you're going to have to need on your side if you want to have a completionist experience with this game. If you shoot yourself with the shotgun, and if it's blank, you're able to go again. You can make another call where if you want to shoot yourself again, or by process of elimination, as you lose more and more blanks, maybe shoot the dealer and see if it's alive and take off 1 of his hit points. However, if you shoot yourself and it's live, you lose a hit point and it goes straight to the dealer. And the same thing goes where if you shoot the dealer and it's a blank, you don't lose hit points, but you lose your turn, and it gives the dealer more of an advantage as to what is actually in the chamber. So that's the basic gist of the Buckshot Roulette story. Is you go through 3 rounds of this. As the rounds progress, you'll get more items that you can use to help you out. Some of these items are really helpful. My favorite is the magnifying glass that shows you what kind of round is currently live in the chamber at that given time, and it can help where if you have like a few bullets that are blank but you don't want to risk shooting yourself, that magnifying glass can really help you out in those situations. Using all these items is going to be a completion requirement for one of the achievements, but as I said, you go through 3 rounds of this, and once you complete all 3 rounds, you are able to win a suitcase of money, and that score is determined based on how well you did, how many times you got shot, how many items you've used. You can keep playing the game as many times as you want to try to go for that high score. The game does not take long to complete. It only takes at tops maybe 20 minutes to play through, maybe not even that if you want to rush through the whole thing and get lucky. There is some strategy, even though that I did say it's luck, there is strategy with the items and how you utilize them and how you can plan ahead too, where sometimes using an item may actually cost you, depending on the items that the dealer has and the current selection of bullets that are going to be in the shotgun at that time. There is a multiplayer mode too that was added recently, but thankfully from a completionist perspective, no achievements are tied to this mode. However, it is really fun, and if you do have some friends that are willing to spend $3 on this game, because that's the price of it on Steam, it's honestly a really fun time playing multiplayer. Now, if I had to get to the completionist stuff, all the achievements that I had to get, this is where it gets a little crazy. So, some of these achievements are pretty straightforward. You get a few for doing things that you might just get by basically playing the game normally, such as beating the game, checking the leaderboard to see your score, successfully shooting yourself with a blank, facing 50-50 odds, which is pretty common. But then you might get some other things that require some more effort, where once you beat the game, you unlock this mode called Double or Nothing, where when you take these Double or Nothing pills, every time you play against the dealer after every 3 rounds, you get a score, and you can continue where you want to double that score, or if you want to just cash out and call it there and say, I'm happy with what I got, I'll leave as it is here. This is also tied to some really hard achievements in this game that I will get to shortly, but another one of the achievements is just consuming the Double or Nothing pills, which is pretty straightforward. That's how some of those achievements are, and then there's some where it's like cash out immediately in Double or Nothing, so regardless of how you play, you cash out immediately just to get your earnings. And there's another one too where you just double them once and then win again and then cash out. So there's some achievements like that, but I want to give detail on 3 really difficult achievements, and that is the 1 million cash out, the full house, and know when to quit. So the 1 million cash out is where you get to $1 million in Double or Nothing mode. This took me an hour and a half to get. You have to play so carefully, and you have to have so much luck on your side, because if one little thing goes wrong that doesn't go your way, where there's bullets loaded in that aren't in your favor and items that aren't in your favor, or a mix of the two that can really hurt you, your whole progress is lost. And this happened to me so many times that finally I was able to persevere after attempting this for days and get over $1 million in Double or Nothing. And then you have to do the whole thing again. For the Double or Nothing cashing out at 1 million, 1.2% of players got this achievement. The other one where you have to do it again, you have to get to $1 million again, but you have to lose it. So you have to get to $1 million again, and you can't even cash out. I was able to get to over 7 million on my one attempt because I kept going because I wanted to see how high I could go, but I know I couldn't cash out because I never knew when I was going to get over $1 million again, period. I did end up just succumbing to it, saying I have to lose this, I have to get this achievement, I don't know when it's coming again, because I didn't get the know when to quit achievement unlocked until around 2 weeks after I got the cashing out for 1 million. It took me that, and I tried it every day. It was that bad. I do not recommend getting these achievements. I mean, if you want to play Double or Nothing mode and you're really in a Double or Nothing mode, all to you, like, you can go for these things, but if you want to just play Double or Nothing casually, these achievements are really hard to get. The last achievement that I do want to highlight too that did give me some trouble is the Full House achievement. You have 8 item slots on your table, and the achievement calls for using all items in a single turn in Double or Nothing. How you have to have it is you need to have 7 unique items, and then you need to have an item that allows you to take one of the dealer's items. And you have to hope that the dealer has the item of whatever you are missing from the other 7 that are on your item slots. So that took me some time too. It requires a lot of luck. It requires certain conditions met where you're able to actually use all these things efficiently. There's one item too I didn't cover, which is the medicine, which I definitely saved for the end when I did this, because how the medicine works is it has a 50% chance of giving you either 2 charges back or taking 1 away and ending your turn immediately. So I used that last on the rare chance that if it were to end my turn, I used all the other items I needed to before that. So that only 1% of players got. This game took me around 15 hours to get all the achievements. It had got 16 out of 16 achievements unlocked. Took me around 15 hours to get everything. I think it's a really fun game. I think it's really good to play with friends. It's a nice pastime. If I had to give a rating, I would say just play it. I don't recommend going for the platinum unless you really like Double or Nothing. That's what I'd say. If you really like Double or Nothing, maybe go for it. But if you just want to like play a couple matches with friends, and if you just want to play against the dealer and then just maybe play a few matches of Double or Nothing, that's fine. But getting to $1 million in Double or Nothing is really hard, and having to do that twice is nuts. So that's my rating. I'd say is just play it, have a good time with it, enjoy yourself. It's a really fun game. It's a nice little pastime to do, and that's about it. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.